Yes, hello. Hi, everyone. Hey, it's Rita. It's Rita from MISSRITA to the rescue, and I'm here for today's Cricut Chat. This is going to be a quick one today because I have a meeting at the farm that I need to attend for our senior picnic that's coming up. We do a yearly picnic for all of our senior citizens in Peabody. That's the mayor's the mayor's brainchild, and we are attending. I am attending not because I'm a senior, but because I am representing the Green Peabody Committee, and we have a run through this morning. So I've got to run from here over there to get to the meeting. So it's going to be. I'm going to try to go through this fast, but I have a lot of things to show you. So I wanted to just kind of jump right in. I'll say good morning to all my friends: Colleen, Leslie, Barbara, Sherry, Elizabeth, Bran, and I don't know, Loretta, Leslie. I think I said Leslie. Good morning to you all. So today I am going to be working with vinyl. We're going to be doing 2-layer vinyl and how to sort of set that up. I'm also going to show you a few probably new to you images that I wanted to kind of point out for breast cancer awareness. Now, if you're not into celebrating breast cancer awareness, it's not really celebrating, but in doing, or it's not your thing. There are other cancers represented in design space. It's pretty thorough. So I wanted to kind of just show you what you do. So in this case, I went to images and I just typed in cancer. I didn't type in breast cancer. I think I'd get different results if I did that. But one of the things that comes up is all of the astrological signs for cancer. And then you start to get something, and this is new. I didn't see this yesterday. No one fights alone. That's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors. So uh, I looked through here and I found some really fun things, and I want to point sorry, point out that there are all the different colors for all the different cancers right there. Hey you guys, it's trash day. I apologize. So so it's not all about breast cancer, but the ones that I chose because it happens to be an issue that I'm struggling with right now are the ones that were breast cancer awareness. First looked at this, I found this one. Sorry about the dogs. All right, so I found this one here. You see this? It says "Cancer picked the wrong queen." So I want to pull this in because I want to show you what I did. So you don't have to make these exactly the way they're done. So here in this case, you see I have this same thing, but I changed out the queen to woman, and I did that by just going, and I'll just show you. I used this image, strong, independent woman. So that image, which I'll click on here, I used, and I just added to my canvas. I'll show you what I did to my image there. So I have this strong, independent woman, and I want to put the woman down here where the queen is. So I'm going to ungroup this, and this is the image that I need to work on. And I'm going to go to down here to contour. When I do that, I just have to click on the letters that I want to remove. So they are right here, you see, or they're on this side. You can also identify them and remove them there. The harder part was getting those little dots because they were, let's see if that, okay, I did that one. Did I do that one? Yep. And then I just have to find the Q. Where is the Q? There it is. And the inside of the Q. I'll be honest, I love contour, but it needs some work. You know, there's some things that need to be done with contour that I'm hoping will eventually be done. So here's the Cancer picked the wrong queen. So since it's queen, I'm going to take, I'm actually going to remove this. I didn't want this here either, but I'm going to take this crown out. I'm going to do the same thing with the contour and take the crown out. So now I have this. Cancer picked the wrong. So I'm going to ungroup strong, independent woman. And I'm just going to place the woman here and decide, do I need to make it a little bit bigger or smaller? And then this other stuff I don't need. So once I do that, and I see here that I have one dot that still is remaining. So let me try to get rid of that one dot. It's kind of hard because it's like right where the percentage thing is. So let me just find it here. I'm sure it's here somewhere. If not, I can just cut it out. It's not a big deal, but just wanted you to know how you can do it. And I can't seem to find it. So did it go away? There we go. It did. Okay. So, but once I do this, if I make any changes, what I need to do is I need to, again, keep this ungrouped, right? And then I am going to place this here exactly where I want it. And then I am going to weld. I'm going to weld. The reason why I do the weld is, and you should probably check all of your two color images, is that sometimes the one of the colors is not all welded together. So before I go ahead and do it, I just definitely do an ungroup, make sure that they're all together. See, these are all together now, and so are these. But if they weren't, if I ungrouped and this was moving differently, then you just have to select and hit weld. I'm sorry, not weld. Yes, you'd have to hit weld. Yes. And then you can go ahead and bring this back. So the thing I really liked about this was kind of interchangeable. So in this case, the Cancer picked the wrong woman. Doesn't have to be breast cancer, could be any cancer. And you can just change out the color of the ribbon. Okay. So that's what I did like about that. And there's only a few here that actually say breast cancer. I love this one. It says I can fight cancer. See that? Fight cancer. I can fight cancer. And then this one here is pretty awesome. It says you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. So true. So so what we're going to do here is I am going to cut these out. I'm really not going to cut them out. I already cut them out. But I just want to show you what it's going to look like. So when you have a two color image, let's choose just this one to cut out. I will just take here and we'll just hide these. I'm just going in and hiding them. So let's choose this one. Okay. So this one is the one we're going to cut. I hit make it. Now in this case, I have decided to use smart vinyl for the black because I have a huge roll of smart vinyl. Okay. And so I decided I'm going to use smart vinyl. But before I go to the cut page, I do need to change the material load type. So right now it's listed as on matte. And this only will happen, for instance, if you have a Maker 3 or an Explorer 3. If you have an Air 2 or the original Maker or anything else, you won't get this choice because it can't. The machine you have can't cut the smart vinyl. So this isn't for you. Okay. So I'm going to choose without matte. You'll notice that it changes, and there it goes. Now for this one, which is the ribbon, I'm going to use this stuff, which is premium vinyl holographic crystals in party pink. It's just so pretty. So so I really like that. So I just wanted to show you I don't know where I got that either. I don't think it came in a mystery box because I would have remembered that. So when I'm going to choose the material, you'll notice here on this page here, I only have smart vinyl. I only have a few products that are compatible because I changed it to without the matte. Okay. So these are the only things I can choose from. And in the black, I have a vinyl black. So I'm going to choose permanent. And then I set the pressure to more. That's what I do with my machine to cut vinyl. It seems to work really well. But on this one, the pink one, I'm going to go to browse all materials and I'll scroll all the way down until I get to the vinyl section. And I'm going to look for what's written here, premium vinyl holographic crystals. So I see a lot of premium vinyl and there's the holographic and we've got 3D texture, Art Deco, bubbles, crystals. There it is. So I'm going to choose that one and I will also hit more. This is kind of like an adhesive foil. It's very shiny and it has sort of a back of silver, or more like a chrome. So it weeds a little bit differently, and I'm going to show you how that is. So let me bring you down here. We're not going to cut it out because I cut all this stuff out ahead of time. I'm going to go up high, so that will be good. And so this is the end result of what is a 2-color. So you'll see here that basically what I did was I weeded all the black and then weeded the white and then I paired them together. This is another one that I did together. So I thought that we could have a look at these two and do them. But I wanted to just show you how this stuff weeds. So this is the holographic and here is the permanent vinyl from see, it's permanent smart vinyl. A lot of people say the smart vinyl weeds better for them, so I thought that I would just kind of show you how that works. So oops, I lost my butterfly. Okay. So let's go ahead and try that. So let's do this one first. I've already gone in and taken out, except for right here at the A and the R. I've taken out the negative space between the letters. And then I'm just going to pull up on that corner and start to roll off. Now, what I would like to caution you is when you use small letters or thin letters, you really have to control your peel. So when you're using the small letters, just keep your finger like sort of at where it is moving away from, you see. So so that way, if for instance right here, if one of the letters wasn't coming off correctly, or if it was like coming off and going into here, then you would be able to control that. If you just do a rip like that, then not so much. So let's try another one just so you can see. Let's do this one. Also, oh, this one here I already did. So let's try this one. I like this one. Wait, I like this one better. Okay, this one is the flamingo. And so you can see here, I got the flamingo coming out. So cute, right? Stand. Now see how my A is not releasing from the original? I have to just sort of use whatever I can, whether it's my finger or the weeding tool to just sort of get it going along with the other. So stand tall against. So there we go. Against breast. Okay, here we go. Breast. Cancer. All right, we did it. All right, so here it is. Stand tall against breast cancer, but now we have to find the piece that will go on there. And I did cut it out. I just need to find the correct piece, because in this case, not this one. Oh, here it is. This one here is the one that goes with this. So you'll notice that this weaves a little differently. Be patient with it, because it is sort of like, you see, it's more like a metallic. And so I'm going to slowly peel this off like this, just like that. I don't need that, and I don't need this. Okay. So the way that this one works is it's going to go or like sort of alongside, and then it's going to capture the word cancer in the banner. And then you see this is just like an underline, but the flamingo, what is that? Wing? The flamingo wing is the breast cancer sign. So I think that's pretty cool. So let me show you how I do this one. It does differ a little bit from design to design. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do the 2 layers. So I'm cutting a piece of transfer tape that's as big as my biggest piece. So see, I have to cut it this big. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is peel it off. And I'll get this one here. So I'm going to peel this off. And then I'm going to sort of in the middle stick that on. And yes, it's okay that it's overlapped like that. And then I will also burnish like this. And then I'm going to peel away the backing for the pink. Okay. And then here is my biggest piece, and I'm just going to line up the pieces where they go. So in this case, this cancer needs to be sort of encircled or squared off inside of that banner, and then the wing, and then that little underline, and then we're going to just put it down. And now we can trim off the extra transfer tape like so. And we have a 2-layer decal. So when you go to either put this on your car or your laptop or whatever, and these things will last for a really long time on your car. So just so that you know. Oops, I noticed I didn't take off inside of there. So if I was, for pretending, going to be selling this or something in Etsy, I would probably want to go in there and take that out. Okay. But here it is. So when it's time to put it on whatever you're going to put it on. So I don't know if I have anything that I can put this on. I don't. But when it's time, you're going to clean the window, and then you are going to slowly take off. And you can do it the way that I do it, where I just take part of it off and then pull it down like that and press it onto your window or wherever you're putting it. Okay. So that's one way of doing the double color. Let's look at the other way on these. I got stuff everywhere. So this one here is the I Can, and it says can't fight cancer. And let's do this one first. So this one, let's do this one first. So this one has the ribbon, and the ribbon is beneath the survivor. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of transfer tape that hopefully is as big. Let me grab that. So I got my transfer tape like this. Now we want the ribbon to be beneath the letters, right? We want to be able to see that word, survivor. So we're going to first take this off like this. And we're going to keep the backing. And again, this is how I do it. You don't have to do it just like me. If you have a different way that you like to use vinyl, then I encourage you to tell folks about it, because it's a fun thing to work with once you get a feel for it. I will admit that it can be very discouraging once you're getting started with this until you learn how to work with the material, especially if you're a paper crafter. But it is a lot of fun when you figure out some ways to work with it, and that's why I wanted to show you that. Now for tomorrow, tomorrow's class, I did not burnish this well enough. Tomorrow's class, we are working with, actually, I think I might use the auto press tomorrow. We're going to be making these autumn leaf banners. And we're going to use, instead of paper, which is what this is, we're going to be using gold glitter iron-on. And that's fun to work with. And I'm going to use it on I think we'll use the auto press. We've been using a lot of the mini, but the auto press is pretty fabulous and does work with paper. Okay, so here's what I'm doing here. All right, so there is the courage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually peel this off like this. I could use transfer tape, but I'm going to get this in the middle here. And then I take this and put it right over like that. Isn't that great? And now what you'd have to do, obviously, is you'd have to trim up this, and you're done. Isn't that cool? So that's another way to do it. So that's 1, 2. We did the didn't we do? Oh man, I'm getting all messed up here. Okay. So here it is. This is the one that we just did. So we did that. I do have a couple, if people want to win these today. I do have a couple available. So Loretta, will you help us find some people that that might like to win these? So Loretta, I don't know, just pick, I don't know, 4 names, maybe 4 or 5 names. Anybody that wants to win. If you want to win, speak up. Oh, and Dawn wants to win one too. So Dawn's on Facebook, Dawn Walsh. So she can be one of the winners. But Loretta, pick, I don't know, 5. Dawn, do you want to pick a winner too on Facebook? Because I have quite a few of these. I'm not going to put them all on my car. So if somebody wants, okay. So the other person on Facebook is Mary Roger. So Mary Roger and Dawn Walsh, and then you pick Loretta. There's a few people that are saying that they want them. So no, this is not the right size. Well, I'll just work on this other one. Oh, maybe it's supposed to go on this one. It is. It is. I cut them all out at the same time. So, Survivor, Mama Bear gets one, and Susanna gets one, and all right. So the survivors, Susanna and Mama Bear and Sandra, Pat May, Emma, and Cindy. plus Dawn, and who is the other person on Facebook? And Karen Alexander Rose. Okay. So any of those names that I called, you are winners. So what you're going to do is send me a message via email. Remember email? I realized the other day that a lot of people that are younger than us don't do email. Isn't that weird? But I do email. So I'd love it if you could send me an email with your name and your address, but also say, I won a breast cancer survivor sticker. And if you had a particular one that you really liked, then let me know and I'll do my best to make sure that you get it. But you have to say what you won, because I get super confused, and I'm working with my mom who has dementia. So we need it as easy as we can make it. So you have to say what it is that you won, okay? Even if it's just I won a cancer decal, okay? And I will send it to you when mom comes over. We'll sit down and we will do those. So we have all of these lovely 2-color. Isn't that great? I actually really love this holographic sparkle. I think it's just beautiful, and I think I'm gonna put this one on my car, so then I can remove that little bit right there. So I think that's it for me for today. As I mentioned, I do have to run. I don't have a lot of time today to sort of chit chat, but I wanted to. You got. I thank you, Loretta. I did get it. I did get that. How's my mom doing? My mom's doing okay. She has to stay in her place because it's actually an apartment. She has to stay in her place until the end of the month. So she'll be moving in, but it won't be until October 1st or near to there. And it's not about like me making room, but it's about her having to, give the proper notice. So she's doing okay, but she gets super bored. And I don't know if that's like part of the dementia, but she does not wait time very well. And this is, I guess, sort of new. I don't know why she's like that. If somebody who's been working with people that family members or whatever that have dementia, she likes to stay busy, busy, busy. So when she comes over, I let her do all my busy work, which is perfect for me because I have a lot of busy work. I make a lot of dishes. Um, I have dogs that shed everywhere, so she likes to sweep. And I feel a little bit bad about giving her these jobs, but she really loves them. And especially when she knows that it's really helping me. So in a certain sense, it helps me, it helps her, and that's going to be a good thing. Um, and so, yes, I did mention Susanna, and Mama Bear. Mama Bear what is your real name, Mama Bear? I forget. Oh, and Bren, I gotta send you, Bren, I have to send you one too, because you're a survivor too. Yeah, she just needs to keep busy. Keep busy, busy, busy. And that's okay by me. She comes over. She lasts about 3 or 4 hours. Like she comes over usually like at 10. And we even made a little plan on the weekend where I said, she wanted to come over, but I was still a little achy from the Faslodex and Zometa that I had on Thursday. So on Friday she called me and she's like, do you want company? And I said, I would love company, but I don't feel great. So I said, why don't we do a sleepover? You can come over on Saturday and sleep over. And she said, oh, I would love that very much. And that's why when we did we did our Zoom call, she was there because we had dinner, and then I said, Mom, I gotta go, and she didn't realize how busy. I know I am. I know I am blessed that I still have my mother. And she's 80 now. Physically, she's fine. I mean, she does think that she is dying half the time. And, you know, we've had some candid conversations where she's like, I don't want to die. I'm like, well, I know that. But, and she's also been telling me things like, you know, I had a bad dream last night. So we kind of work through those things. She often, if she has a bad dream, she often doesn't remember what's in that dream, but she still has the feeling of being being scared or upset because of that dream. So for me, I think it's good for her. It's sort of a little bit like therapy. So while we're sitting in the kitchen chopping vegetables, which is what I seem to do all the time, she is telling me about her dream, which she doesn't remember, but I think it makes her feel better that she gets to tell somebody about it. So that's good. All right. Well, we got a lot of winners. So folks, we got some Facebook winners, and we've got some YouTube winners, and all you need to do, winners, is to send me an email at MISSRITA@gmail.com. And when you send me the email, you can write whatever you want. I love all the comments. They're great. And let's see, you're going to want to include your name, especially if you have a YouTube name, and we're calling you that, Mama Bear. Okay. So I don't seem to remember. So we can call her Mama Bear, but I think the post office requires your name and then your address. And then do please tell me that what you won. Okay. And I will do my best to get those out to you as soon as possible. So she's coming over tomorrow. That's cool. All right, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. Uh-oh, someone's got a fibromyalgia flare. Don't I know those? Gail, just rest. So again, tomorrow we're doing these, but instead of using this, which is gold, which I love, but you see here, I had such a hard time getting it off the mat because I used a really sticky mat, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So it ripped here, and then I have to turn it over and make sure I glue it all to the backing, which is very time consuming. So not only is it difficult to get this off the mat, but it's also difficult to glue it onto the backing. So instead, I thought that we would use, this is for tomorrow, so just so you know, instead I thought we'd use somewhere around here, smart gold glitter iron-on for this, and we will show you how to do that tomorrow. Okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much for your time. I will see you all again tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. Yay. And I hope you have a really wonderful day. It's a beautiful sunshiny day here in New England, and I'm going to go out to the farm to practice for the senior picnic. All right, everybody. I love you all, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.